Hi, my name is Lisa Scott, and today I want to talk to you about Beachbody and how you make money. We're going to go over the compensation plan and all the different ways that you can make money as a Beachbody coach. Now, first thing I want to talk about is building a business. Any business that you get into, you're going to have to put a little bit of money into it. I kind of look at Beachbody like a franchise. And the thing about franchises is, and the reason why I see it this way is because with a franchise, it's a name of something, like, say, for an example, McDonald's or Shipley's Donuts or Burger King. These are all franchises. These businesses have a name brand, and they have a corporate a corporate office basically that owns a huge selection of them. But what they've also done is they've allowed other people to come in and buy into their product basically. So they're buying the name of the company. So when you first start into a franchise, you have to spend all this money to just buy the name of the business. Then you're going to have to buy your building. You're going to have to pay for all the equipment to run everything. You're going to have to purchase your supplies. If it was a McDonald's, it's going to be all your cups and things and, stuff to squeeze the ketchup onto the hamburgers. And then you're going to have to purchase the product, which is actually the stuff that you're selling, the French fries, the hamburgers, the donuts, and different things like that. And then you're going to have to pay for employees. And all of this is going to be a lot of money that you're going to have to invest up front in order to get this business going. The thing that positives, you're buying a business. Negatives, you got to put a lot of money into it, and it could be a couple of years before you actually see your money that you put in it come back to you. The difference is with Beachbody is there still is money to put into it, but it's a very small amount up front. Actually, it's a small amount continuously, but let's get into that. So as a Beachbody coach, basically the way it is you have a startup fee of $39.95. And what this is they're going to send you a business kit, and they're going to turn on a website for you. And then it's basically the startup cost. There's also another way to do it, which is you can do as I did, and you can purchase a challenge pack. And challenge packs run about $140 plus. Basically, this is actually a really brilliant way to do it, because when you buy the challenge pack, they waive the $40. You still get everything that you need as far as your business kit, the website started, and everything. All of that stuff has been waived. But with the challenge pack, you actually get a whole month worth of your Shakeology. You get a fitness program to start working out on yourself, learning how to eat right, and all the tools necessary basically to become a product of the product. So you start doing it yourself to show people, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm selling, and this is how it works. And then after that, you basically have a monthly fee that you will end up be paying for, which basically comes up to $15.95. And this is a maintenance fee that covers a lot of different things. This is all the headaches of a company that people hate to deal with. You get the website, you get customer service taken care of. The shipping and the the shipping and the handling is all handled for you. They deal with billing, any problems that occur, anything, they take care of all of it. If there's returns on any of the product, because that's the beauty, every bit of our product comes back with it comes with a 30-day money back guarantee. So everything is available to be returned. And then they store everything. They're the ones that ship. They have the warehouses. They have everything there stored. There's nothing that you carry in your own house. You are a person, not that you don't have your own stuff that you're going to be in charge of doing, but you're a face and you're a representation, but you're not carrying all this stuff like in a real storefront. You're doing it all through talking to people, doing it from the internet in person. Um, but you're not actually having to stand at a store or worry about where you're going to stick everything or how you're going to run it to the post office, which I love because I hate post office. Okay, so since I decided to talk to you about challenge packs, I want to go ahead and start talking about what it is that a challenge pack is and give you a little bit of information on the products that we carry. So here's a couple of images of some of the challenge packs that we actually sell. Now, if you notice, with a challenge pack, you get all the workouts, you get a nutrition plan, you get the Shakeology, and it all comes in one. You also have the availability, if you don't want the Shakeology, people can end up buying part of what is called the performance line, which is basically workout nutrition stuff, kind of like recovery, pre-workout, creatine, and different, it's a whole line that they sell. But with the challenge packs, you get everything that you need to succeed. And as a Beachbody coach, what we do is we run challenge groups where we support people so that way when they're buying the product, they're not just getting what they paid for, but they're getting all of the support and all of the questions answered, everything that they need to be successful. So it's not just a here, buy my junk and good day. It is a heck of a deal because if you look at it, challenge packs, they can run between 140 to I think it's 275 is the highest one. And with that, it's a one-time investment and they get a coach for life. So when you're selling this to somebody, you're not just saying, hey, hand me this one bit of money and I'm going to leave you hanging. You're saying to them, I'm going to stick with you as long as you need me to do. And anyways, so that's the beauty of it as far as from the customer side of it is that they get this amazing support. As a coach, though, what this does is it opens it up for you to where if they do decide, like they fall in love with the shakes, which happens most of the time, people end up getting the shakes, they see the results that they're getting, and they decide, I'm going to continue to buy this. And with that, you start creating a residual income from their purchases. Now, we do not just sell fitness and Shakeology, which is a lot of people think this about us. We have lots of different products. Of course, we do sell the shakes, but we also sell vitamins and supplements to be able to either go in the shakes or to do separately to be able to help with your nutrition all the way around. We have clean eating, which like the Ultimate Reset. This is a actual month-long product that gives you everything you need to reset your body. For people who don't want to actually dive into a whole month, we have shorter versions, which is like the 3-day refresh. These are amazing because what these do is they go in and they kind of give your body a good scrubbing and give it a good bunch of vitamins and a bunch of things that it needs to get it back on track. And we do have a skincare line, which is called Derm. And we also give you everything that you need with the fitness programs. You also have extra stuff like cookbooks and things to go along with it. People have what's called the on-demand is available to people when they buy the challenge packs for their first 30 days. And then they have the opportunity to continue to buy the on-demand, which basically on-demand is amazing. For a very small price, it comes up to like $2.99 a week. They're able to get access to not only the programs that they paid for, but all these other programs that go along with it. Like I'm talking all the way back to like P90X days and Shalene's Turbo Jam, or I'm sorry, Turbo Fire. And anyways, you get all these different programs for free that you can access these on your TVs, like a Roku, Chromecast, computers. You get it on your phones, your iPads. It's amazing. And then, of course, like I had mentioned earlier, we have the Beachbody Performance line. And what this covers, this is like what the workout people use when they're, lifting heavy. And this actually is an amazing line. I'm trying to remember. There was the iron. What is this? Oh my goodness! I can't even remember. They actually are in work with. the Iron Man. Oh, that's what it is. Iron Man. Iron Man, they represent this product. They ended up trying it out and they fell in love with it, and they end up now talking to it with the people that are in the Ironman competitions. So, and then not only this, but we also sell a full line of workout equipment. We have everything that you need for your fitness and your health, everything, including the support from your coaches, all in one company. So, I mean, it's amazing. And the thing that's also amazing with Beachbody is that they are constantly coming out with new programs, constantly coming out with new. We have Country Heat getting ready to start here soon. You know, in the last year that or last year and a half, we came out with 21 Day Fix Extreme, Size, Hardcore 22. And I know we did a huge run on Beachbody because they added the performance line where you could do buy a challenge pack with the performance line, and did I say hammer and chisel? Because that's another one. So that's a new one too. So they come out with new workouts, and they constantly are bringing in new products. And one more thing before I switch to my next slide. The one thing that's really amazing about the products that Beachbody does is this stuff is all natural. Like, you can go in and read on the ingredients, and if there's anything that you want any information on with the ingredients and stuff, just let me know, and I can actually send you the little pictures of the backs of the bags and stuff like that. But everything they use is completely clean and natural. It's plant-based products. It is they don't have the GMOs and all the stuff in it that people are always like, about. And they're non-soy products, which is a thing that a lot of people are very, very concerned about. And we also have, like with the Shakeology, we even have a vegan line that doesn't get the protein from the animal proteins. So Beachbody is, they have a lot of science and a lot of research that goes into all of their products. It's pretty amazing. Okay, so now that I've kind of given you a rundown of all of the products that we have, let me go ahead and talk to you about different ways that we have to earn. So, as a coach, anytime you sell any of the products, you automatically get 25% commission on everything that you sell. Then with the Beachbody On Demand, you get 40% of that in order each. So if people buy it, and it basically is like a 3-month, every 3 months they get charged, and every 3 months you earn 40% of that sale. The next thing that we have is we have something called a matching bonus, which I'm going to go into these in just a little bit in the next few slides. But we have a matching bonus, we have team cycle bonuses, and then we have what's called a diamond quarterly bonus. Now, what I would like to do is talk about the 25% income and what that ends up looking like. So let's say in your first month that you end up selling 2 challenge packs and 2 orders of Shakeology. Well, a challenge pack basically is $140 at the minimum. They actually can go up to $275, and you basically earn between $40 to $105 for each challenge pack. But we're just going to go off the small amount, and we're going to just put it at 40. And so then you know the bare minimums. And then for the shakes, they're $130 a month. So that would give you a $30 commission. So if you had sold 2 challenge packs and 2 orders of Shakeology, this is going to bring you in a total of $140 a month. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but you have to understand that once you start going, things start multiplying because you start getting income on reorders. So let's look at month 2. On month 2, you're going to say you sell 2 more challenge packs. Let's say you only got 1 new order of Shakeology, but let's say that the 4 people from the previous month, all of them did reorders. So basically, that is going to give you a total, when you add it together, of $230 a month. So now we move into month 3, and let's say that you sold 4 challenge packs and 2 orders of Shakeology, because you know what ends up happening is people The more you do it, the easier it gets, the more confidence you have, the more you reach out. And so, bam, you got 6 of them. And let's say that only 5 people have reordered. So let's just put all the numbers together. And basically, when you add this together by month 3, you're making $370 a month. So the thing is that this is just off of the commissions, and each month it starts to increase steadily. Then the next part of commission is what's called team cycle bonuses. Now, what a team cycle bonus is basically you are able to earn money off of products that have been sold underneath you. And what this looks like is for every, it's basically, you earn points is the way they do it. They call it personal volume, but you earn points. And so for every product that you sell, there's a certain amount of personal volume that you're in, or volume that you get. And basically it's like points. And for every 300 points that you earn, you get compensated for. Now this comes at there's different ways, and I can get into all of this later with once you join into, once you've signed up as a coach, we have a huge, it's a 7-day first new coach training. And then there's a website that I have that you actually can go into and really get nailed down in all the basics of understanding the business. And everything gets explained to you. But basically, you start building a team and a team of coaches. And once you have just 2 coaches underneath you, you can start earning what is called, like I said, the team cycle bonus. And what this is for every 300 points, you earn $14. Now, that doesn't sound like a lot, but you would be amazed at how much volume gets underneath you, because it's not just you, it's a team. So every person that's underneath you that sells, you end up getting volume. You get all of their volume points added to yours as well. And here's the kicker. People that are, as your team grows, you're not just getting your team of what you're building, but each one of your coaches, they're building a team, and each one of them are getting points. So what you do is you get $14 for every 300 when you're an emerald. And then if you rank up and you are to a ruby, which means that you have 4 coaches, I think it's 4 coaches under you, you're a ruby, and then you get $16, and as a diamond, you get $18. Now, for every diamond that you get underneath you, you end up earning a rank of 1 star, 2 star, whatever, and you can earn yourself up to 15-star diamond. Now, all of the diamonds only get $18 per cycle bonus. For every 300 points, they only get the $18. But here's the thing. There is a cap out each rank. So basically, with Emerald, you are only allowed to get $250 max a week. And with Ruby, you get $1,000 max a week. With Diamonds, once you hit Diamond, you are allowed to have, with all of the points that are being accumulated under you, to $2,000 a week max. But here's the kicker. For each diamond underneath you, you end up earning another $1,000 per star diamond. I think is what it is. But you end up basically at 15-star diamond, you max out at $12,000 a week. I know that sounds like insane, and you think how is that even possible? But this is the thing. It's multiplication. It's you lead a team, you do your things every single day, and you become a product of the product. You share what you're doing. Someone else sees that, oh my gosh, so-and-so is doing awesome. I want to do what they're doing. They join on your team, and next thing you know, they're building their own teams, and it just starts to expand. It's a lot of fun. Don't be intimidated by that. If you end up joining in, we have, like I said, a full training course to be able to walk you through the whole thing, to teach you exactly how to do everything. And it's more fun at times. I'm not saying that we don't work a lot, but I think I've mentioned this in my other videos. The team environment is so amazing, and the help that we give each other and the support, and it's just Nothing to be afraid of. Okay, so then there's also the matching bonus. And what the matching bonus is once you hit Ruby, you also earn on top of everything else, anything that your coaches underneath you have done, you get 5% matched of what they did. So let's say if everything underneath you is, $100. Let's just go simple because I'm not really good at math in my head and I should have wrote it down in a note, but I didn't. But let's just say they get $100. And so they all got $100 worth of volume type thing. So you get 5%. That doesn't mean that you're taking it away from them. Whatever that is, you get a matching bonus. Beachbody is going to give you that 5%, which is like $5 for every 100, but it actually ends up adding up. I wish I would have wrote a note on it, but anyways, it doesn't matter. So you get what I'm saying. And then once you hit diamond, you start getting 10% of your personally sponsored coaches and their whatever their team cycle is, you get a matching bonus as well. And then let's see. Then there's the star diamond bonuses. Now this can be a little complicated. And so if I don't explain it just right, please ask me any questions that you need answered. It can be a little confusing, I think, or maybe it's just I have a hard time explaining it. But okay, so basically what a star diamond bonus is it is a bonus that star diamonds get once they hit 2-star diamond rank, which means that they have 2 coaches underneath them on their team that are diamonds as well. And so basically, once you hit 2-star diamond, you're allowed to start jumping in what's called a pool. Now, basically, I say basically a lot. So what it is Beachbody saves out 2% of their yearly income, and they set this money aside for coaches. And in the process of this, what they do is they take the coaches and they divide them into what they call pools. So you have 4 different pools available. You have 2-star coaches, 5-star coaches, 10-star coaches, and 15-star coaches. Now, that doesn't mean that all the levels between are ignored. It just means that you stay in the pool that you're in, like say in the 2-star pool, once you hit 2-star, you get in that pool and you stay in that pool until you hit 5-star, okay? And then once you hit 5-star, now you're in, of course, the 5-star pool, and so on and so on. So, but I cannot actually give you exact numbers on this. These are bonuses. And I just want to also say real quick that when I first got into this business, I was kind of like, what? All this working off of people under you and da-da-da-da-da. And I would get real freaked out about that because I was like, pyramid! But my sister was actually a manager at a restaurant, and she said, Lisa, no, you need to understand that even in businesses, no matter what, she was part of a franchise, she was like, we get bonuses. We get bonuses on what our products sell. We get a certain percentage food costs. We get a certain percentage of if we keep our labor down, if we keep our food costs down, which means we don't throw away a lot of spoilage, and we don't go over on hours, we get bonuses for all of this stuff. And then as a manager, she also got bonuses just off of the commission of her store. So once she said that to me, then all of this bonuses and making money and points and different things, the way that it's calculated for us to understand it completely made sense. And I thought to myself, okay, so it's not some kind of funky scheme type thing. So anyways, with that being said, I just wanted to throw that in there. Let's talk about the way that the bonuses work. The company sets aside 2% of its gross income. And what it does is it divides it into 4 separate categories. So you have 0.5% to your 2 stars, 0.5% to your 5 stars, 0.5% to the 10-star, and 0.5% to the 15-star. Now, the way that it would work, if I had numbers, I could tell you exactly, but every year is different for the amount, and every quarter is different, I should say, on how much money was made. So basically I'm going to throw out pretend numbers, and they're not even going to be that high, but let's just say that it is that's $10,000 per pool is what was won, basically. So let's say that, or not one earned, but in 2-star diamonds, let's say that they got $10,000 and there was 10 coaches. So they would take that $10,000, divide it by the 10 coaches, and then your 2-star diamonds are going to get 1,000. If they took $10,000 and they divide it by 5 coaches, then basically you're going to get each coach 2,000. If they take 10,000 and divide it by 5 of the 10-star diamonds, I'm sorry, not 5, 2. And then it would be 5,000. So anyways, and then so let's say 15-star diamond, let's say he was the only one person there and he got all $10,000. Okay, but that's not only it. The other thing is that you also get everything underneath you. So let's say if you're a 5-star diamond, you're going to get the 2,000 that you got, plus as a 5-star, plus you're still in the pool underneath you, so you're going to get the $1,000 there as well. So that's actually going to be 5-star diamonds get 3,000, and then with the 10-star it goes down. And so basically the 15-star diamond, let's say there was just one guy up there all by himself. Well, he is going to get not only 10,000, but he's going to get the 5,000, the 2,000, and the 1,000, and he is walking away with $18,000 per quarter. Okay, and so which I have to say, because I said this a while ago, there are a lot of people in our company and a lot of 15-star diamonds, and I don't want to make it sound like there's just one guy up there solo. It's just that these people, they've worked very hard to get into this position, and anybody can do this. I want to also throw out there, just to give you an example, I started out at the same time as one of my friends, or she wasn't my friend at the time, but she was a new coach, and I've gotten to know her since then. And anyways, she was very gung-ho at working the business, and a lot more gung-ho than I was. I was very skeptical at first, and just kind of half doing it and not real sure about things, and and I was like, is this really real? And I would question things a lot, and I wasn't really putting myself wholeheartedly into it, but she was. And she now, after it's been a year and a half, or about 18 months or so, she is a 9-star diamond. And I know that doesn't sound like anything to you when you're first like, what? I don't even understand this. What are these diamonds? But let me just tell you, she has created an amazing team, and she has all these coaches underneath her, and she was able to quit her full-time job as a teacher a long time ago, stay home with her son and raise him. And so once I stopped and I looked over and was like, oh my gosh, she was in the same training group as me. Like, she was brand new, started off in the same time as me, and all of a sudden she's getting recognized and talked about in our team groups. And then plus I even heard her on the national wake-up call, her name being called out and stuff for her ranking up and rank advancements. And I remember just thinking, what? It really is possible? Like, that was somebody that started with me. So anyways, I just want to kind of throw that in there, that it is completely doable, but she put in the work a lot faster and a lot harder than I did. So she is advanced farther than I am, but I don't use that as a, oh my gosh, it's not fair. I'm just like using it as an example of, you're going to get out of this business what you put into it. It is a real business. And when you work hard, you're going to end up being able to make this kind of money. Okay, so let me talk. I think we got one more. Nope, that was it. That was our bonuses. I'm sorry. So anyway, so now I have gone through and I've explained everything to you on how it is that we make money. So again, it's 25% sales, 40% Beachbody on demand. We have 10% matching bonuses. We get team cycle bonuses. And when you're diamond, you get them sweet little quarterly bonuses. If you have any questions, I really hope that you feel free to email me. You can, if you're watching this on my YouTube, you can find me at Lisa Scott's Fitness on Facebook. And so it's fb.com/Lisa Scott's Fitness. And you can email me and ask me any questions you need to ask. And if you're in my group and you're watching this, please leave comments below so that way you are able to get everything that you're asking answered. And I will do my best to answer everybody's questions. Okay, well, you guys have a wonderful evening.